So I just got done watching the Pokemon Presents with all the new info on Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, and I just gotta say, I'm just getting too old for this shit. I think I'm just getting too old for this shit. Um, wow, that was something else. If you're looking for a positive outlook and review on that trailer, you're not going to get one here because I couldn't find very much that I thought was interesting. We'll start with the positives, though, the ones that come to mind initially. I like that the game is going to be open world. The different environments look interesting. It reminds me a lot of kind of the Arceus, equation. I'm not really sure if they showed the catch mechanic. I skipped through parts of it because there were just some things like meet the trainers and all this stuff that I didn't really care about. I was more focused on the Pokemon, the world, stuff like that. The open world looks really cool. I liked that about Platinum Arceus. I like the fact that the game is going to have 3 different storylines, one of them being the main kind of point of Pokemon is becoming the champion of the region and going through the 8 gyms and Victory Road and stuff. I'm glad they're bringing that back. Really excited about that. But what else? What else positive? What else positive? Let's keep looking. You got to look really hard to find the positives in this. Yeah, I mean, I would say the world and I'm very interested about the 3 storylines. What the other 2 storylines? There seems to be like a treasure hunt sort of storyline. There is the classic storyline, and then on top of that, I like the fact that there's going to be 4-player co-op as long as they don't gate things behind the 4-player co-op, which they probably will because it's Pokemon we're talking about here. They're not incredibly awesome about, having everything available to everyone. They have to gate some things behind the different mechanics, but the 4-player co-op looks really cool. It's a really interesting inclusion to the Pokemon franchise to have that co-op. I think that's one of the best things about Pokemon is the player-to-player interactions, the trading with each other, the battling each other. That's always been a staple. So to have it be, multiple players in-game at one time, very cool, in my opinion. I think that's awesome. That's all I got. That's all I got for positives. So everything else from here on out is going to be me complaining about stuff because that's all I got for positives. Let's take a look at the legendaries. When the legendaries were first announced, I was like, holy shit, these things are so cool. I like the fact that one of them is kind of like prehistoric, kind of like Native American headdress sort of vibe in like a dragon form. Looked really cool to me. And then the more futuristic, kind of made of metal, kind of robotic with the cannons as legs, keeping them afloat, stuff like that. That was really cool. I liked what I saw of the legendaries. They're just motorcycles. They're glorified motorcycles that can fly. Like, I thought that, for some reason, I don't know why I didn't see this. They just look so dumb. Oh my god. Okay, so in Platinum Arceus, or not, I keep calling it Platinum Arceus. I'm still focused on the games, but in Arceus, Legends Arceus, that's what it is. In Legends Arceus, we had different Hisuian versions of Pokemon that became mounts, and you unlocked them throughout playing the game. So you had Sneasler, who could climb. You had the Mega whatever Don thingy, I don't know, that could swim you around in, or Basculegion, that's what it was, would swim you around in the water. I thought that was pretty cool. I like the idea. I'm glad that they got rid of the HMs. They moved into more like using different Pokemon to traverse different areas. In this one, they're just like, let's just make the legendary, like, an overall, like, it'll climb, it'll fly, it'll drive around, it looks like a motorcycle with dumb wheels coming out of its chest and its ass. Like, I just don't get it. Like, that is such a terrible decision, in my opinion. And what does that mean? Like, usually you don't catch legendaries until later on, because it's like, it's, in terms of progression, the legendaries sometimes even come after you beat the Elite Four. So, the legendaries are like the big kahuna, like the big thing you catch at the end of the game. And if this is your primary mode of transportation, are they just going to give you the legendary at the beginning of the game? Because otherwise you're just going to be walking everywhere for a long time, and that's going to kind of suck. Unless they give you stuff like bikes, but then it kind of renders the legendaries useless. So that seems a little weird, that you might just get the legendary right off the rip. Like, here you go. Here's how you traverse the world and go figure it out. And then part of me is like, can you battle with the legendaries as well? Because if it's your primary mode of transportation, is it also a Pokemon you can battle with? And if they give it to you so early, you're basically playing the game with a legendary already, and that seems pretty OP. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Either you're not going to have, interesting modes of transportation until later on in the game, or you're going to be pretty OP from the rip if you're able to battle with a legendary from the get-go. So, yeah, that seems kind of interesting to me. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's talk about the new Pokemon that they showed. I think they look horrible. Titan. What is that? It's a whale? Maybe? It's a whale with legs and arms, and it's got giant fucking horns off the front. Like, what? I'm sorry? It looks terrible. It's awful. That's so bad. And then let's talk about Fido. Like, seriously? Oh, you know what we should do? We should make a dog that looks like Princess fucking Leia and has buns for ears and call it Fido. Because, get it? Doe. And it's a dog. Get it? It's like, Jesus. Like, oh! I have always been a person who's hated Pokemon who are designed after inanimate objects. Stuff like Alcremie, especially food. Oh my god, like Chandelure. Oh, let's just take a chandelier and make it into a Pokemon. Let's just take a fucking roll from a bakery and make it into a dog. It's like, I just think I'm getting too old for this shit. I just think I'm getting too old for this. Wooper's Paldean form, I guess, is just, they just turned him brown, so they're like, well, we're just, we'll take a blue Wooper and just turn him brown, and that's his Paldean form. There's like nothing interesting about Wooper at all. They just changed the color of him. They say in the trailer, like, oh, he covers himself in a poison, yada, yada, yada. I'm pretty sure that's not going to affect, maybe he's poison form or poison type now or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. That's my feeling at this point. Whatever. Is there any other Pokemon that we saw? I don't think so. Nothing that stood out as interesting. The biggest thing is the new mechanic. The new mechanic. I don't want to be that guy, but like, the Megas peaked. The Megas were peak. Everything after Mega Evolutions has been utter shit. And I feel like it just keeps getting worse as we go. So, like, we had Megas, we had Z moves, which were pretty cool. They were pretty cool. And then we had Gigantamax. I don't even know if there was anything between there because I really don't care. But I think Gigantamax was just like, let's just make Pokemon really big. It's like, okay, well, that's lazy. And this, you want to talk about lazy? You want to talk about, I thought Gigantamax was lazy. But at least they changed what Pokemon looked like with Gigantamax. Certain Pokemon, at least. Some Pokemon they just made bigger. Some Pokemon they actually changed what they look like. There was different designs per Gigantamax. You want to talk about lazy? Let's talk about this crystal form, or Terra Crystal, or whatever that, or Terrestrial phenomenon. Let's talk about lazy. So basically, you can Terrestrial your Pokemon, which will make it look very crystallized. Like, it has like a crystal structure, texture thing over the top of the Pokemon. But then they put this giant fucking stupid hat on top of the Pokemon's head. And it's not even unique per Pokemon. Now, we do see that the flying Pikachu gets little balloons as a hat. I don't know if that's specific to Pikachu or not, but they did show multiple times. They showed ice versions of this terrestrial evolution, whatever the hell that it is, and the fire, and multiple different Pokemon had the exact same kind of headdress thing. So I'm assuming that per Pokemon, if you have 4 fire types in your party, every single one of those fire types is going to have the same stupid fucking hat on their head that just looks like a chandelier, because I don't know why. They could have done so many different things with this. An interesting thing, I will say, kind of interesting, is that some of the terrestrial forms change a Pokemon's type. So, like, Pikachu becomes flying type, which then, gives him the balloons, and it's almost like Flying Pikachu. It's like a reference to the different cards and stuff that came out back in the day. And, okay, that's cool. Eevee can apparently turn grass or water type, which, A grass Eevee is a fucking Leafeon. A water Eevee is a Vaporeon. Like, what? It just doesn't make any sense. And this terrestrial form, if it's fire, it gives you a boost to fire attacks, it seems like. And then I think I read early on that if you're in like a fire environment, that can further boost your fire attack if you're in terrestrial form. I don't know exactly how it works, but I can tell you that it looks fucking stupid. So I don't know what they did, who designed all this stuff, if they were so focused on like, okay, we need to put 3 stories in the game because people kind of didn't like Arceus because it was kind of one note, like there was only one thing to do and that was complete the Pokedex. And we got to bring back like the gyms and stuff for people like me who were searching for that in Arceus. And they just like completely like fumbled the ball on the mechanic. When they first announced the mechanic, I thought, oh, this is really cool. I like that it's boosted in an area. Like if you're in a volcano and your terrestrial form is fire, then it boosts your fire attack as well as boosts your attack just from being in terrestrial form. But why did they have to make it look so stupid? It looks so stupid. Like I'm just very disappointed. As you can tell, I'm very disappointed. I think the new Pokemon look bad. I think the terrestrial form looks awful. I think the legendaries being motorcycles looks fucking stupid. I think the world, very cool. I like that it's completely open world. That'll be cool. I like that it'll have 3 different stories. That sounds cool. I just think like, man, yikes. Like the kind of the, 3 of the main pivotal components, new components of the game just aesthetically look terrible. So, I don't know. Let me know. I know this is super negative. Hit the thumbs down button if you're, a Pokemon, if Pokemon can do no wrong to you. But as a person who's loved Pokemon for many, many years, I feel like the game's peaked a long time ago, and they keep becoming more and more interesting. That'll be the nicest way that I'll put it for you. So, have a good one, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.